All right. Mic check 1 2 1 2. Mic check 1 2 1 2. I always wanted to say that on a live stream. Michelle, how you doing?
I'm doing excellent. How are you doing, Devon?
I'm fantastic. I'm fantastic. And guys, we have got such an awesome live stream for you today because what we are doing today, Michelle, tell them what we're going to be doing today.
We are going to be doing a landing page roast where we critique your landing pages. We've already had how many people submit? What,
Oh,
nine?
more than two hands. We had a lot. We
Okay,
definitely had a
awesome.
lot.
Yeah, so hopefully we'll be able to get through all of them today, and we're gonna try to prioritize the audience members that have been able to show up, so that we can deliver as much value live. And then for those that may not have been able to make it, if we don't have enough time, we'll definitely send a Loom recording privately to you.
Yeah, definitely. And I am super excited. I'll tell you guys why. Because we've got people from, and we have submissions from Europe, USA, Australia, and Africa all at the same time. And I think we even have a couple from Asia as well. The only continent that we're missing, well, we're missing two: Antarctica and South America. So, guys, you need to step up. Those penguins in Antarctica, come on, send us some landing pages, do something at least. Yeah, definitely. All right. So, what we want to do first and foremost, I'm going to show you how this is going to work. We're going to dive into the landing pages. But what I want you guys to do is obviously we want to say hi to you. So let us know where you're from in the chat. Also, if you did submit any page, let us know as well in the chat. I see here, this is Tom. He says, hi, Michelle and Devon. Excellent. How you doing, Tom? So Tom is definitely here. We can roast his. Guys, let us know in the chat that you're here so that we know who to roast first. And we've got Michael as well. All right. Okay.
Awesome.
Awesome. All the big hitters are here. Now, before we get into the landing page roast, I just want to say thank you to our two sponsors that made this possible. First and foremost, there is the feedback for circle. So I'll tell you what the feedback circle is. This is basically my community where you can go and you can ask us any questions at any time. We do roasts, we do memes, we do Q&As, we do everything. And Tom will tell you as a member, we're pretty in depth. And we've actually got a special right now where if you sign up, you get access not only to the community, but you get access to every single course that we have at Neptune Design as well. And if that wasn't a good enough reason to sign up, we're also going to have a special guest coach, and that's going to be Michelle Kopp, and who's next to me right now, actually. And she's going to be doing a special guest Q&A next week. I'm so excited for it. Michelle, are you excited?
I'm pumped.
Yeah, definitely. So, yeah, that is a lot of reasons to sign up for the community. The next sponsor that we have is Michelle's company, and that is Level 28 Media. And for those of you who don't know, let me brag about this lady who's sitting next to me here in this live stream. She's actually an award winning ad expert. She's got years and years of experience. She's worked with some of the top brands, and she's gotten not only results for the big guys, but she also helps the small guys. If you look at a YouTube channel, if you look at her case studies, if you see how many people she's worked with, attorneys, tattoo artists, you name it, she's probably helped them get results with Google Ads. And what you can do is, if you're interested in Michelle, or maybe you want to have a conversation about your ads with Michelle, all you need to do is go to this lovely website over here, level28media.com, and you can book a call with her and you can kind of start your journey, start getting to know Michelle and finding out how she can help you get great results for your business as well. All right. So the links are in the description below. And now it's time for the roast. Michelle, you ready?
Awesome. I am so pumped.
All right, fantastic. Okay, so I see Tom over here. I see Michael over here. We've been through them, and we've also got Keenan. Guys,
Keenan.
let us know also what country you're from as well. And also, I know there's a whole bunch of you also watching. Please don't be a stalker. Like, comment, let us know, so that we can see who's seeing this, and who knows, maybe your landing page will be next. All right, so Michelle, who do you want to start with?
Let's start with Michael. And thank you, Michael,
Michael.
for making the time to attend, and everyone else
All
too.
right. Excellent. All right. Let me just go and find him. And then what we'll do is we shall put him on the screen. Oh, and by the way, Michael's page has got this weird glitch where it goes to anyone. So hopefully it doesn't do that to us. But I see it's fine right now.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
fine.
So sharing my screen. Okay. I hope this dark mode is not going to mess up the websites. But guys, you can tell us in the chat if the dark mode is messing us up. All right, so can everybody see my screen? All right, let me do this instead. Otherwise, this is going to be super, super confusing. I am going to share my second screen. And yeah, it should be better. So stop screen, share screen. There we go. There we go. All right. Okay, so have I got the right page first and foremost, Michelle?
Yes. And Michael, can you confirm that's the right one?
All right.
Yes.
Cool. So let's see. Michael's service here is anyone seeking life insurance across a variety of 17 states in the US. Thank you for being so specific. All right. So let's see. Tell us about yourself and we will contact you. We can also click on the call now button. I see a photo of you over here, Michael. Um, Rates never increase. Call us for immediate help. The application process is easy. We work with top rated health insurance carriers. All right, so there's a lot that I want to unpack over here. And the first thing is, although I do think this is a good photo of you, if I land on the page immediately, it's not really obvious to me that I'm signing up for health insurance.
Life insurance.
So, sorry, life insurance. It's not very obvious that I'm signing up for life insurance. And so when I land over here, I'm like, okay, tell you about myself, but with regards to what exactly. So what I would like to see over here is actually, I would like to see the reason why somebody would sign up for that life insurance. So maybe we're talking about their dreams and how the life insurance can make it possible. I would start there. And then I'd also say that one of the big reasons that they can sign up with you, or you can put here something like over 54% of Americans don't have a life insurance and therefore blah, 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 so on and so forth. But what you really want to do is you want to get into the why before you want to show yourself as a person that they want to work with. And that's why I said I love the shot. I love the hero image, but the timing is off because when I land on the page, the first person I'm worried about is me, not Michael. So that's the first thing I would change. Michelle, anything from your side?
I agree. I think I would definitely try to use some language that's going to agitate that pain or create a little bit of fear. I know a lot of people, they're like afraid of using language that's going to create fear, but using statistics like over X amount of Americans, don't have life insurance, make sure that you can protect your kids, and potentially use some language that's going to agitate that pain and get them to take that next step with you. Because right now, what I see here, it's great, we're up at the top, it says life insurance protection for a secure future, but that's kind of being buried like at the very top. I'd want that to be like somewhere potentially as a headline or a sub headline or something made to replace tell us about yourself. I think that
Yeah.
that's the other big thing. The other thing that I would say again, I do agree that that's a very nice picture of Michael. I would say that we would want to potentially put a call button up at the very top. Top right corner is typically the standard place on a landing page. If your goal is to get someone to call you, you definitely want it at the top corner, and you want it to be in a contrast color that really stands out. So potentially like a blue, against the white. I think if we scroll down, we can see that there are some call buttons, but you have to scroll all the way down. I would say if you want someone to take the action right away, you need to give them a reason to do it and an easy way to do it. And right now, before even scrolling down, it's not that easy for me to see, what exactly, how easy it is to actually contact you. So you're kind of making the users have to take extra steps, have to scroll down to either submit the form or contact you, and that's like already halfway down the page to even, give you a call with the call now
Yeah,
buttons.
definitely. What I always tell my clients and my students in the community is they're going to make their mind up about whether they should scroll down in the first 5 seconds, right? And the average website visitor, the average person who's coming to your landing page, especially those coming from ads, they're only going to hang about for about 54 seconds. So we have to absolutely knock it out of the park in 54 seconds. That's all you got. You see all of these extra links over here: meet Michael, annuities, life insurance, contact. They're not going to go there. They're probably also not going to go and read your daily blog, because just like you're busy in your everyday life, your clients and your potential clients are also pretty busy. So they want to kind of get to the point, maybe book an appointment with you as fast as possible, and they want to move on. Now, even when we come over here, you're asking for the name, phone number, email, you're asking for a state and a beneficiary. I don't know about that. It's not too many questions, so I'm still okay with that. But know that for every field that you enter here, you're introducing friction. So if you can get away with just a name, a phone number, and an email address, do that. If you definitely need a state and definitely need a beneficiary, that's okay. But try not to add more fields. Another thing that I want to touch on over here is this would be beautiful if it was somewhere near the top of the page, because this is important to them. So you're basically asking for their contact details, but you're leaving all of the good stuff over here that they might want to know before they work with you. And so what we want to do is we want to reorder this. And the beautiful way to reorder this is you ask yourself, if I'm signing up for life insurance, what's the most important thing to me? It's probably my family. So you want to have the first part about your family, right? Either the risk of losing something in your family or your family without you. You have to have something family related. The second thing that they probably want to know is, can I trust this human being in front of me? So what you want is some sort of credibility, some sort of authority, and saying, hey, you can trust me because I've done this with over 100 clients, or I've got a good track record, or whatever it is. You want to do that. And the last thing that you want to do is you want to talk about, sorry about that, you want to talk about the deal itself. And here's where you talk about your rates and stuff like that. So if you reorder that, it's going to be so much easier for somebody to sign up on the page, because you're making the decision easy for them. You're making it frictionless for them.
Great. I would,
Cool.
and Devin, did you have any other comments before I jump in?
No. That's it. That's it. You can
Okay,
jump in.
awesome. I would actually reorganize it. If you scroll all the way up, um, I have a couple suggestions here, a couple things. So, like I said, I would rework the headline to be something along the lines of agitating pain and try to hook the user, and then have a couple bullet points for what are the benefits of working with you. Maybe potentially change the picture to, a family, a family or someone that is your ideal client. I know that there's a lot of like AI tools that will create things, but of course, you don't want to use something that every other life insurance company has. Yet try to come up with something pretty unique. And then what I would do is actually put the form, instead of scrolling down, I would put the form on the right side of the landing page, so at least people can see that there's an option to contact you via the form. And then also, going back to my other suggestion, have the phone number at the top right of your navigation menu. so that people know they could either call you or submit a form even before they scroll down. But once they get there, before they even scroll down, there's going to be a description of what you do, the benefits, and some trust factors, along with a form to contact you and a way to contact you via phone call. And then as we scroll down, we can add more, things like, let's see. What I would do if we scroll up just a little bit, Devon, where it says, call us for immediate help, the application process is easy. I would actually break it down into super, super simple steps, like 3 easy steps. First step, contact us. Second step, get a quote. Third step, sign up with us. Just so
Yeah.
that people know exactly how easy it is. And people like seeing things broken down without having too much text. We all know these days people don't actually read, they scan. So if we can
Nobody reads. That is
if
so
we can
true.
break up that huge paragraph that you have right there, whole life insurance plans cover your, all that, break it down into maybe just a small, headline or a small description into 3 different steps. That's going to be so much easier for a user to digest than the block of text here. The other thing that I would recommend, going back to the form, if we scroll up onto the form itself, I don't think, again, this is too many form fields, just like what you said, Devon. What I would change here is, instead of click here to submit form, I would actually change that call to action to be like, get my quote, get my free quote, contact us, something
Mm.
better than submit
Start,
the form.
start securing a future for your family today. Contact us.
Something along the lines of that. And I would even
Yeah.
put a headline on the form as well. Maybe start securing your future, with us. That could be just above the field of full name. And then we can have another, call to action right here. So that's stronger than just submit form. In fact, one of my biggest pet peeves is when I see a form that just says submit, because it doesn't really say much, you know.
That's true. That is super true. So, Michael, to recap, you've got all of the right ingredients. You're not doing anything that's wrong, and you're not doing anything that's really putting them off so that they're like, no, I don't want to work with this guy. But you're not ordering your information in the right way. And that makes it very hard for people to convert on the page. Whereas if you order it in the right way, the yes will come much easier. So you've got all of the tools, or rather, you've got all the ingredients. You just need to put it together differently. I hope this helps. And also, if you have any more questions, also let us know down in the comment section. Now, I don't like putting the sticker on, but I'm going to have to put the sticker on because some of you people in the chat are like super quiet. So if you want to submit your landing page, you can still do it. We will definitely, if we can't get to the review today, we will definitely send you a Loom with it. And if you have any questions about Google Ads, because Google Ads has just launched AI Max, oh my gosh, we can talk about that for years. If you have any questions about the new Google Ads, I won't call it a campaign type. Michelle, would we call it a campaign type? It's
No, I would just say a feature, a toggle on
a
feature.
mode.
Yeah.
It's a mode.
Maybe we'll
Well, if
save
you
that
have
for
any
the end.
questions, exactly. But if you have any questions, put them in there, and maybe we can just answer the easy ones for you. All right. And Martine is also here. Excellent. Hey, Martine, how you doing? Martine is also one of our community members at the Feedback Circle. So it's so good to see you. All right. So let's go on to the next one. Michelle, which one do you want to do next?
Let's do, well, since Tom was here, one of the first ones here, let's critique his landing page.
Phenomenal. All right. So now I need to share this page. Okay. Guys,
Shaidan,
just to let you know, I'm not allowed to say anything. Yes, Michelle, you were saying?
I was going to say Shaidan actually just had a question about Michael's landing page that we just critiqued. Hi, Devon. What are your thoughts on Michael using a short video explaining the value he's able to bring to his clients? I think this will help create a connection with his clients.
I absolutely love that. What I find though is Sometimes the video is overdone and it actually turns people off. There's no other way to put it. Like, in if you're going to put all this cheesy insurance music in, if you're going to make it feel generic, sometimes what happens is it actually works against the conversion rate on the page. So if it's just Michael and he's talking to a camera and he's in the office and the setting around him looks good, it looks natural, then yes, you're absolutely right, Shaden. It can include and can definitely improve the conversion rates. However, if it comes across cheesy, like an ad, he's probably going to end up losing people instead of getting more people in.
Yeah, it doesn't need to be a high production thing. Michael could just film it on his iPhone and just upload it, and have it embedded on his landing page. Because I think with a video, it creates that connection. You can actually see the other person. That's why people reach out to Devon and me when they watch our YouTube videos, because they feel like they have some type of connection to us. And with Michael showing his personality and showing how he can offer life insurance that's going to benefit your family, or his ideal client's families, is I think that's definitely gonna create more trust.
Yeah, I agree with that 100%. All right. So, as I was saying, I'm not allowed to say anything about this page, and I'll tell you why after Michelle has gone through roasting it. So, Michelle, it's all yours.
Ooh, I'm excited. Okay. So Tom is a personal injury attorney out in Vegas. Let's go ahead and scroll down. I think that's one of the things that I would mention here. Just before we even scroll down, I already personally know Tom, but I would say that's the one thing that I'm missing before we scroll down. It doesn't say exactly where he serves, and I think like the thought is, well, maybe we don't have to say where he's the location that he's in, but I think that it is important because a user needs to know, can he service me? Is he far away? Is he in Reno, or is he in Vegas? Is he in, another state? Am I even in the wrong place? So I think that that's the first thing that comes to mind when I'm, seeing this. The other thing that I would say is, when it comes to personal injury attorneys, because I have worked with them before, they're all about how much money they've been able to make their like how much money they've been
Joe
able to settle. So I definitely think that we need to put, and I don't know, Tom, if you've been keeping track of the settlements over the years, but definitely we need to see money. Whenever someone wants to hire a personal injury attorney, they want to know what's in it for them. So I want to see over X amount of $1 million. Hopefully, you've made your clients over millions of dollars in terms of settlements. I want to see that right here. Let's see. Grab your complimentary call and compensation guidebook. I like that you have the phone number up at the top. You've got the Calendly for people to contact. What is in this book that's mentioned up here?
All right. So the book has basically, it's a guideline. So if you've ever been in a car accident, it's basically 5 things that you should do immediately after a car accident so that you can get the maximum compensation, like get the other guy's details, that sort of thing. So it really just helps you understand how to go about the process of protecting yourself legally after being in an accident.
Is that being promoted anywhere else on the landing page, or is this the only time that it's actually mentioned?
I think it's only mentioned there once.
I would probably put it at the bottom because that's like a soft conversion. Someone might not be ready to contact Tom, but it might be something that, it's a lead magnet. We could probably put that more towards the bottom with the benefits of what's actually included in the compensation guidebook. Because I still think it is valuable, but the goal of, getting someone here is to get them to call or, set up a time. So let's keep scrolling down. Let's see, experience, over 21 years of trial experience and over 1 million views on YouTube. Oh, yeah. Okay. So 1,200 plus cases. We've been in every kind of courtroom situation and won. no win, no fee. Let us fight for you while you recover and rest. I would definitely put more stats in terms of, how, so you have 1,200 cases. What percentage, what's your success rate in terms of like settling? Hopefully it's over a 90%. Hopefully it's closer to 100. But I would definitely put a success rate, put more stats. People, when they go to personal injury lawyer websites, they want to see why they can trust you. Right now, we're in a trust recession. We need to build as much trust as possible by having more stats. That's going to definitely build the trust.
Ooh,
As you,
I love that. I love that. Trust recession. I love that. I need to make that. I need to write that down somewhere. Trust
yeah,
recession. Love
yeah,
that.
trust recession. Why choose us? We know how insurance companies operate because we used to work for them. Great. I would probably want to break these paragraphs up into just bullet points. And as we scroll down here, Devon, do we have anything about results in terms of, okay, so we've got client testimonials.
We've got client testimonials. Do you mean financially, as in how much money we've made for clients?
I
Or
would actually say like, because with these other personal injury lawyers that I've worked with, I've created like a section for like results. Monica got injured on the freeway, and we were able to settle for this amount. David, got into a motorcycle accident.
ah,
That type of thing, like mini case studies. I would say, like,
yep.
I wouldn't call it a case study for a personal injury lawyer. I would just call it results. Um,
Okay,
I think
got
that
you.
that would be valuable. The other thing is we only have one client testimonial. I'm pretty sure um, Tom has
I'm
more.
pretty
I think
sure
the
we've
last
got
time
some more.
yeah.
We've
Oh,
got
there
them
we
here.
go. Oh, so
Yep,
if
they're
you
at the
already
bottom
have
there.
it up at the top up there, it might not even be necessary to have it at the bottom, or you could just move what
Okay.
you have at the bottom to the top. Um,
Okay.
let's see. Let's keep scrolling down. How it works. Step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4. That's kind of what I was thinking about doing for Michael's landing page. But I
Michael.
would actually replace those little targets icons to like icons that relate to the call, the steps. So a free call would be like a phone icon. We talk could be like two people talking to each other.
Smiley
um
face for happy.
yeah, exactly. See if we're a good fit. Maybe instead of happy, see if we're a good fit. And then get results. We fight for you while we
Yeah, we got
recover.
see if it's a good fit underneath here, but yeah, we'll put them on top there. All right. And then we got a video by Tom.
Okay,
And
gotcha.
then we've got why clients choose us, but once again, there's no financial stats.
Financial stats are really important. Tom, I know you know how greedy clients can be. They want to know you can make them millions. So we need more monetary stats here. Book a free call. Let's see. Okay. You know what I would say too, because Tom, you're a solo attorney. I would definitely put something like why people would want to go with a solo attorney versus a big celebrity attorney out in Vegas. I've been to Vegas multiple times. I've seen how many personal injuries attorneys, like personal injury attorneys, there are. It's super, super cutthroat, and we need to educate people into why they would choose you over a celebrity lawyer that's like
Yep.
blasted everywhere. I think that that's important. What's this free Google reviews widget up at the top?
Yeah, so this free
Oh,
Google reviews widget, it's like you embed it, but then you get this annoying ad with it, and then after a while it goes away. But yeah, it's
okay.
just one of those things that comes in with the widgets. All right, so guys, you ready for a surprise? Michelle, what's your score on the landing page? This was actually made by us. This is actually made by Neptune Design. So I designed this page. That's why I said nothing. What do you think?
I think it's good. I think that there's just things that you need to add to enhance it more. Definitely the trust factor. And then also too, one other thing that I think that it's missing that's really important is what type of cases does Tom work with? Because within personal injury, there's slip and falls, there's car accidents, motorcycle accidents. So we need to actually say up at the top what type of cases he actually works with. Because I know, Tom, you mentioned to me before you don't do medical malpractice. And medical malpractice falls under the personal injury umbrella. So we need to state here exactly what type of cases he wants to attract, and we need to put that here in bullet points.
Man, Michelle is on the ball. That was an excellent roast. Excellent roast. I absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. Tom, how was that for you? Let us know down in the chat. All right, guys. So, landing page roast, we're 30 minutes in. Let me explain to you a little bit about how this works. We're going to take your landing pages, we're going to look at them, and we're going to find the things that are losing you customers. So, if you have any opinions about any landing page that we've looked at, don't be shy. Write it down in the chat. We read all the comments. As we can see over here, Tom says, thank you. Tom also says, I learned a lot. Thank you, Michelle. So as you can see, there's always room for improvement. And I'll let you know why this is so important, okay? A landing page can literally change your whole business, right? I've seen some clients and I've had some clients that have come into the business. They've been spending money on ads. They've been spending a ton of money on ads. And all we did not do anything with their ad copy. We did not change their offer, did not change their prices, did not change their logos. All we did was just change their landing page, and they've gotten amazing results. Now, what I'm going to do is I want to share my screen and I want to show you a couple of examples because, hey, it's the internet. People lie. I want to show you that this is real. Okay, so if I do this over here, this is my one-on-one coaching page. This is one of my clients, Stephanie. These are all landing page related stats. So she went from, as you can see, 11 leads per month. We implemented a little landing page for her. She went to 102 leads per month. Same campaign, exact same ad spend. This is one of my other clients. He deals with Safari. And as you can see over here, he was getting about 16 leads every 90 days. We just changed his landing page and we went up to 354 leads. Same exact ad spend. So this is what I'm talking about. If you don't do your landing page, and by the way, if you look at his cost per conversion as well, his cost per conversion used to be $34. It dropped all the way down to $4.64. And this is what I'm talking about when I spoke to Michael about the friction. When you do all of these things wrong on your landing page, it creates a friction between the customer saying yes and the customer thinking. As soon as people think, you start losing money, right? And what you want to do is you want to make it a no-brainer decision. You want them to look at it and go, yeah, definitely, sign me up. Where do I sign up? Where do I put in my contact details? So you want to make it easy for them to say yes to you. And another thing I want to let you guys know is when you also have a landing page in, not only are you going to reduce the friction, but also your ads are actually going to become a whole lot more cost effective. So your lead cost will drop, your conversion rates will increase. All these good things happen, and it's just down to one little thing like a landing page. Michelle, anything you want to add to that?
No, it's funny too. I have an African safari client as well. His name is Michael. Is that your African safari client? And it's not the
Let's
same
see.
person, right?
No, mine is Samuel. So yours is Michael and mine
Oh,
is
you were
Samuel.
referring to Michael, the other Michael, that the life insurance Michael that we were just auditing.
Yeah, so that was Samuel, my African safari guy. That's Samuel. And then Michael that I'm referring to is the insurance guy. So yeah, that's correct. Yeah.
Is Samuel based in Africa, or he's based in the US, but he has the business in
He's
Africa?
based in, I think, Tanzania in
Oh,
Africa.
Tanzania. Okay. He submitted
No,
his
no, no.
landing
He's
page.
Kenya based and the business is in Tanzania.
Tanzania.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that my African safari client is in Tanzania as well. He submitted his landing page for a roast as well.
Lovely. Lovely. Not Samuel, but there's another gentleman who put in a safari page.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Joseph
Oh, okay.
Manzi. Yeah, definitely. All right. So I think, guys, if you submitted your page and you're on this live stream, let us know because we're going to give those guys priority first. And we've got Martine over here. And Martine says she experienced it herself recently. And I think she's talking about landing pages. Martine's story is crazy, by the way, guys. Let me just tell you this. So basically, Martine had a landing page. She changed a couple of things, and all of a sudden, she didn't get any bookings. Her business just stalled out. She didn't get any signups, and she's a dog coach. So I go through the analytics and I tell Martine, on this date, there was a change. What was that change? And she says, oh, I just changed a couple of things on my landing page. And I'm like, okay, well, change it back. Clearly the changes aren't working. So she's like, no, I'm going in this new direction and yada, yada, yada. And I told Martine, listen, based on what I'm seeing in the data, the new direction is just not working out for you. So let's just go back to the old direction and let's slowly make tweaks from there. So Martine goes back. She makes those changes, and I get an email today saying, Devon, thank you so much. My business is almost fully booked. Just with changing back. And that's Martine there. She says, yep. And that's just with changing back to her old landing page style. So that's how powerful a landing page can be. All right. So, Michelle, I've got a submission. And what I'll do is I'll add it to the Notion document. Do you want to look at Martine's page in the meantime?
Yeah, let's go ahead and do that.
Cool. Let's do it. All right. Cool. Chuki, also, please tell me if you are on the live stream. I love doing Chuki's landing pages. Okay, so let's get into it. Next one up. And there's nothing. There we go.
Awesome. Okay, can you zoom in for me, Devon?
Okay.
What language is this, by the way? Dutch?
Netherlands. Don't you speak Dutch?
I wish. Awesome.
Hold on.
Okay.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to take us and put us here, and that should make it much bigger.
Okay.
Is that big enough?
Yes. And the awesome thing too is I actually have a dog trainer that I currently work with. So I definitely have a lot of experience in this. If you can just scroll down for me so I can just collect my thoughts as we're going through this. Okay. Keep going.
Lots of writing.
Yeah, let's keep going. Let's see. A lot of content here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there she is. Let's see. There she is again. Okay, let's keep going.
Also, I should mention that because it's Google Translate, some things are just going to look weird, but we trust that Martine got it right in Dutch. So, yeah, if the sentence looks weird, it's just Google Translate. It's not Martine.
Okay, let's keep going. Oh, this is a very lengthy landing page. Skip the chit chat. Keep going. Okay, it's got the pricing, which I like.
Mm-hmm.
Let's keep going.
Oh, by the way, Michael, if you're still on the stream, this is what we meant when we were talking about the kind of having a heading before the call to action or on top of the form. This is the type that we talked about where you just refocus them in terms of what they're on the page for.
Okay, let's keep. Gosh. Okay, what happens next? Whoa, yeah. Okay, lots of testimonials here. Who's coaching suitable for? Okay. Okay, let's just start at the top then. Wait, let's keep. Actually, I want to see how it ends. There's a lot of things here. Okay, dog. Keep going. Lots of testimonials multiple times throughout the page. Okay, FAQs. Okay, yeah. Gotcha. Okay, yeah, let's start from the top.
Yeah, Martine, your page is huge, so we're gonna cover as much as we want. You are a community member, so if we don't cover every single thing, know that we still love you. We're gonna do as much as we can, but the stream is only so long, so we're gonna cover as much as we can. Okay.
And Devon, could you move us from the top right to the bottom left corner, please?
Okay, sure. No problem.
so I
I'll
can
do that.
see.
Sorry, I was just getting the next page
Oh, no worries.
while just handling everything else. So let's go here. Is that fine for you?
Yeah, perfect. Okay, so here's what I have for you, Martine. The first thing is the logo that you have against that blue is kind of hard to read. I would definitely try to have something that contrasts better. I would definitely make potentially the color of your logo pop out more. Right now it's just blending in. I see four paws, but I can't see what the words are underneath. And it's a very fine print. So that's the first thing that I would call out. Excuse me. The second thing that I would say is we need to have the phone number at the top right. That's just standard convention, just like what I shared on Michael's landing page. Dog behavior therapy, learn to recognize and understand your dog's behavior. Um, so I would actually try to change this messaging to be more pain focused and more also mentioning what the benefit of using your service is. So maybe it's, is your dog tugging and biting and has a lot of anxiety? You come to the right place, and then you could mention something along the lines of the type of services that you have to offer. What exactly is included in the dog behavior therapy? That's not clear up here at the very top. So we need to have the trust factors. I like that you have the reviews as a trust factor, but I want to see why I can trust you and what the benefits are of using your dog behavior therapy services and what's included. I think you have that. It's more like buried at the bottom, but I need to see it more at the top. Devin, any thoughts on this before we scroll down?
Yeah, sorry, I was just busy in the chat. Martine is saying basically she is super scared to make any change to the landing page after what happened last time. And Martine, I will say this: make a little change and test that little change. You don't have to do everything all at once. There's certain human behaviors that me and Michelle know because we've almost got 20 years of combined experience. So the natural thing that a human being wants to do when they come onto the page is they want to go to the top right hand corner and they know there's a button there that they can click. So putting the button over here just kind of throws them off, right? And also, what I would say is you say learn to recognize and understand your dog's behavior. That's beautiful, but you're not talking about what the result of that is. So if I recognize the behavior and I understand it, right, that is one thing. And then I can say, so you can have a more peaceful relationship with your dog. Give me the payoff. What is the payoff? Yes, I'm doing the work. I want my dog's behavior to improve, but what is the payoff? So I can have a more peaceful life with them, so I can enjoy my dog more. Give me some kind of payoff to go with that. Also, you're missing a golden opportunity right here because let's say, for example, somebody is sold and they wanna give you their details. When I click on this, and Martine, you'll know this because we've been through this. We go to a whole new page, and now I get this form to fill in where why didn't you just let me do everything I needed to do here? So what happens is for you, you're like, oh, this is my process. They're going to go here. They're going to fill out all of these things. All they're looking at from their stage is this looks like more work because they thought this was simple. And now all of a sudden it goes from being simple to a little bit not so simple. Other than that, I'm pretty cool with it. All you need is a darker background so the white pops a little bit more, but this is an okay start. I can see why this landing page converts. However, we can get it to convert more if we just put a little bit more effort just into the intro of the page. All right. And what we're going to do is I'm going to do two scrolls. We're going to do two scrolls and we're going to move on to the next landing page because we're going to be here forever if we do Martine's entire page. It's going to need a 4-hour stream. All right, cool. So, Michelle, what do you think about the next section?
Definitely, we're going to have to break things up and not have so much text. Going back to how people don't actually read, they scan. I would break things up and have them into their own separate like boxes. and also have like images. Because right now it's just a whole block of text. We don't have any images breaking it up. I'm intimidated just looking at this. I don't know. Is this a blog article? Like, what are you trying to communicate with me? And I'm not
Yeah,
really interested because it looks like it's too much information for me.
I agree. I agree 100%. We can move in because whatever you just said, that's exactly how I feel looking at that.
And I like this part though. So I don't think you have to.
I want this more at the
I
top of the
want this
page. I
more
want
at
to
the
meet
top.
you.
And
Yeah.
Martine, I don't think you need that much text just above that. I think what you're trying to communicate at the very top is like, trying to understand your customers' pain points, but you don't need that much text. You could just break it down, maybe make it a few little one section with maybe a few bullet points, and then take your section and with your picture and move it up top. When I see your picture, that adds trust because I see who the person is behind the actual business, and I am interested. Now I like how you have the check marks there because it's easy to scan and read. You might even want to break that down into, maybe you've got like, five. You could break this down into three. It just depends on, what you want to communicate. But this is the type of format that I would prefer rather than what you had at the top with all that, the block of text.
Yeah, definitely. And guys, if you are wondering if your hero image is good or great, this is the benchmark right here. This is the perfect hero image right here. It's got Martine, it's got the dog, she's looking happy, the sun is shining on her face. This is a proper hero image because they not only see Martine, but they seeing her in action and they see that she's actually got the dog next to her. So it all comes together perfectly. So then you think to yourself, wow, I want to be like Martine. I want to have the beautiful red hair. I want to have the dog next to me. And that's what we want. We want you to feel that's what heroes are for. Remember, when people see heroes, they want to be like their heroes. So look at that and try and make your hero image more like that. All right. I bet you I probably changed the screen right now.
No, you did.
Okay. All right, cool. We're just gonna roll with it, and we're just gonna go into the next one. This is Tiamo's page. Tiamo is in the chat somewhere. Tiamo, tell us who your target demographic is. Already, I can see a problem, so I'll go first. There's way too much happening here. There is way too much happening over here. You got the girl with the phone, then you have the girl with the same girl with that, and then you have the girl with the phone again. I don't know why it would repeat like that, but definitely you're off to the wrong start, because if you look at any landing pages that we've seen, they kind of focus on one thing. So already I can't tell what you do. You say, yeah, every shot tells a story, vibrant colors, authentic emotions, and stories worth telling. But also, if you look at the text over here, it's super hard to read. Like, and I have a big screen in front of me, so this is super hard to read. And also, the call to action is white, but when you put it on her white shirt, it doesn't pull me in. It doesn't draw me in. So already here, we've got a massive problem. Because if you're putting money towards your ads and they go here, they're probably not going to know what to do next, right? Michelle, any thoughts about this before I move on, or can I just keep on going?
The other thing that I think it's missing here is, like, with photography, there's a lot of different type of photographers. Wedding photography, personal branding, photography for kids. Who are you
Products.
trying? Yeah, product. So
Yeah.
who are you trying to attract? And it's not telling me what your specialty is. That's the big thing that I'm missing. And I need to see that up here at the top before I even scroll down.
Yeah. And so I move on here. It says our portfolio, explore our vibrant, colorful photography, showcasing our best work. So we've got this section over here. What our clients say. Hey, look who's here. What our clients say. Okay. And then pricing and packages.
Oh, there we
Oh,
go.
man. Yeah.
Yeah, that needs to be up at the top, like what you specialize in. You don't have to put the pricing up there, but we definitely need to say what type of photography you do. Because when people are
Yeah.
searching on Google, they're going to be typing in lifestyle photography, product photography, wedding photography. Um, and going back to what you were saying, Devin, with the text being hard to read, that's exactly what I'm having an issue with right here. It's very hard to
I'm gonna
read.
share. I'm gonna share a secret with you, Tiamo. Just gonna break the screen for a second over here. Ugly pages convert better than beautiful pages sometimes. Nobody's gonna tell you this, but the ugly stuff actually converts better than the beautiful stuff because I feel like you're playing with so many colors and you're trying to show off your creativity, but you're doing it in the wrong way. And so what happens is you end up with this collage of colors, and people are just looking at the colors going, well, clearly he knows these other colors exist. But what you want to do is you want to use the colors in a tactful way. So I'll give you an example. If you design a page that's just white and black, because your photographs are so beautiful and so colorful, let those be the colorful bits of the website. Don't try and make the whole website full of colors. Just make your photos the colorful part of the website. And when you do that, you're going to get so much better results. What I want to do is I actually want to share this page with you, and I'll show you exactly what I mean. If I can pick it up. Astraldesigns.com. Let's see if I can get this going. Hopefully this will come up. Okay, this is the completely wrong page. All right. Anyway, I'm going to try and find the page, but yeah, this is just not working for me. Michelle, your thoughts?
I agree. I would definitely remove the background. We don't need that.
Yep, definitely. And it makes it so hard to read because man, it's like I said before, it's just a lot that's going on at the same time. All right, so what I'm going to do is I want to share with you this one over here. This is one of our clients. It's Astral Designs. It's a design agency. And I want you to notice how they're just playing with yellow and black, yellow, black, white, yellow, black, white. And then when it goes to the client projects, then you'll see the colors start to pop. You can even do this on black and white. It'll actually look better for you on black and white, but let your projects be the things that are colorful and let the rest of the page kind of be bland, and you'll start to get a better look. There'll be more, it'll pop. Like, for example, over here, you got the white background, but what pops is the picture on the iPad. This is the type of thing where I'm talking about, where your photos are like the highlights and then the page itself is like the low light. What you have over here, every single thing looks like the highlight over here, right? And it's kind of a problem. All right. And just to finish it off, book your session. Michelle, any thoughts on this part?
Let's see. Name, city, email. Is there a reason why you don't want to collect their phone number just in case you can't contact them via email? I think that that's an important field to ask. Is it important for you to know the city that they're in? Maybe not initially. That would probably be something that you could discover, uncover in your discovery call with them. And message, submit booking request. I would change submit booking request to another call to action, whether it's like get in touch or something, contact us. Any other thoughts on that?
All right. So you're coming across super formal over here. The first thing is like book your session. Okay. This is, I want a photo shoot. This is like my time to be in the spotlight. Make it sound more magical, like in book a life-changing photo shoot today, or book your dream photo shoot today. Give me something where I'm like, wow, I'm excited to work. This is a photographer, man. I'm going to have my photo shoot. Because I know when I did my photo shoots with you, I was hyped. I was pumped to do it. So take advantage of that hype over here. The second thing you're doing is you're asking them to book the service type. Like they don't care. They want photos. You're the photographer. You're going to figure out what session they want. And you can do that in a follow-up email. So I don't think that this is important for you to know off the bat. You might introduce a little bit more friction over here, because as somebody who's brand new to the stuff, I don't know if what I want is lifestyle or senior. I just I just
Yeah.
want photos, man.
I was going to
So yeah.
say, Devin, sorry for talking over you. I agree. I think what we need to suggest here is the next step shouldn't be to book your session. The next step should actually be like discovery call or something along the lines of like, some type of, because right now I think you're asking for too much by telling them like that the next step is to book the session. The next step should really be to have a discovery call or some type of consultation so you understand what their needs are, and in that phone call then you could give them, describe what service the services are, and then figure out what services they need.
Yeah, I agree with that 1000%. I agree with that 1000%. And that's not to say that you don't have a lot of good stuff going on. You do. I just think you need to kind of tone it down in terms of the colors, let the photos pop, and make sure the number one thing you want to focus on is all the text on your page needs to be super visible. So there's a cool test you can do. And I'll tell you what that is when you have your laptop open in front of you, what I want you to do is take 2 steps back and then look at your laptop. If you can clearly read the text, right? Like I'm going to do that right now with yours. Just give me a sec. Yeah, all I can really see is pricing and packages. I can't read anything else on the screen. So do that, take 2 steps back, and it'll tell you where your legibility is with your website. All right, this has been fun so far. Michelle, you enjoying it?
I'm having a lot of fun.
Oh man, like I could do this all day long, man. I could really do this all day long. Okay, cool. So we got a couple of messages to get through. Let's catch up on the chat over here. Nikki's asking who is sneezing. We don't
My
know who's
husband.
sneezing in the back. Okay, there we go. And then after that, Nikki says she is feeling brave. Where does she submit her landing page? I think we just got it now. Nikki, we'll have a look at your landing page right now. And yeah, just a whole bunch of thank yous. And Martine also says, thank you so much. And yes, she's got it. Tiamo says over here, all this is extremely helpful. Thank you so much, guys. Absolutely love it. Oh, it's our absolute pleasure. It's our absolute pleasure. All right, guys. So while I get this next landing page ready, Michelle, do you want to talk to them a little bit about what you do for businesses while I tee this up for us?
Yeah, absolutely. So I work with a lot of different service-based businesses managing and auditing Google Ads accounts. So if you are looking for someone that could potentially help you with, your conversion rate optimization, and also improving the performance of your ad account, whether it's just me doing an audit and identifying things that you could potentially improve, or if you just want a completely hands-off approach and would like me to manage your account, I also offer services where I manage your account on a day-to-day, monthly, or even monthly basis, and we would be checking in with each other and just making sure that we're evolving our strategy. I'm sure you've seen, as you're running your Google Ads account, things get stale. There's new things being implemented all the time. Google rolls out changes onto your account, and then all of a sudden you're getting a bunch of bot leads and you're wondering what the heck is happening. So that's why it's really important to be in the know and to know exactly like what's actually happening within Google. And I mean, I have a lot of thoughts on this AI Max thing, and I don't know if we have time to touch
Go
base
ahead.
on that.
Go ahead. Go ahead. We'll do a little podcast session for us, okay? We'll give you a little 5-minute breakdown. So just to let you guys know, if you're not in the know, Google Ads has just released this new thing called
AI Max for
AI
search.
Max for search campaigns, right? Now, obviously, Google is constantly making a whole bunch of stuff, but it's a new mode that basically takes your search ad and it does a couple of things. It does away with your keywords entirely. It finds the keywords for you. And what it also does, what else does it do, Michelle?
It will write the ads for you.
It'll write the ads for you. And
And
it also, I think there's ad group settings as well. It changes your ad group settings on the location level as well. So it does all of these automated things. And the main concept behind this, why Google thinks that this is so amazing, is because they say you don't need to do anything. You just give us your website. We'll decide what the best page is on your website. We'll send traffic to that page. We'll write the ads for you, and you don't even need to pick keywords. So in their minds, this is like a fully automated thing where you just like can set it and forget it. Michelle, what are your thoughts on that?
well, I don't know if you read the specific article with the case studies, but when Google's
I watched
trying
your video on it
Oh,
last
okay.
night.
So I have a big issue with it, and any Google Ads influencer expert that's going through this, they will probably have some hesitation potentially moving forward, because you're giving up literally all your control to Google, pretty much saying, here's the website, just do whatever you want, here's the budget, just do whatever in order to get me the most number of conversions. My big issue with the way that it was presented was when they shared the actual results and case studies of brands that have seen success with it through the private beta mode test. What they showed was brands like L'Oreal, and there was some other, big name brand from Australia that had results. But these are all conglomerates with
Billion dollar
multi-millions.
companies.
Yeah. Yeah. And they're
Yeah.
maybe spending maybe hundreds of thousands or maybe even millions of dollars per day. They didn't show what the ad spend is. So because these brands are getting such great results, because they're spending that type of money, yeah, we would hopefully expect to see a lift and an improvement in your performance by using this type of tool. But when you're a small business and you are limited on funds, is this tool really going to be a magical game changer for you, by giving up all your control to Google? The other thing that I wanted to say is, it's not this new AI Max is not super, super new. We've already kind of seen it be introduced with dynamic search ads. And I've actually run dynamic search ads in the past for some specific clients. And I have seen some results from it. But what I'll say is, if you're letting Google write the ads for you, they're just scanning your website and they're just pulling in like tidbits of content. It's not the best. Dynamic search ads can work, but it's not where I would start and where I would put all my money for
Yeah.
advertising.
Definitely. Couldn't have said it better myself. And I agree with Michelle's sentiments fully. I feel like it's an unpolished product, and I feel like we're the guinea pigs, or rather, I feel like it's an old product that's been rebranded, and we're the guinea pigs to kind of try it out. But we'll do a full dedicated episode if you guys want. Just type in AI Max in the chat, and then we'll know that we need to do a full live stream, or we'll do a full podcast episode so that you know exactly what to do with this thing and if you should use it in your small business or not. All right, so let's move on to Nikki's page. And Nikki right here. Eek, in
Are you nervous, Nikki?
Oh, Nikki,
We've
a little
actually,
bit nervous.
honestly, we've been
Oh,
really nice in this roast. I feel like we can't
yeah,
even call it a roast. Maybe we'll just call it a toast, not really a
yeah.
roast.
Oh, I've got one page that I think we can roast the hell out of.
All right. Sounds good.
All right. Anyway, but it's not you, Nikki, so don't worry. All right, cool. So, Flame Tree Studio over here. Writing and digital content strategy crafted with passion, precision, and purpose. Schedule a free call. Get a writer who gets it. Schedule a free call. Okay. Ignite your message. Okay. Services. Okay. Rates and writing. We've got your portfolio over here. So you do writing, social media, and then meet your writer over here. That's Nikki. Hey, Nikki, how you doing? All right.
That's a very nice picture of you, Nikki. I think that definitely needs to be like up at the top. If you have some
Yep.
more, and sorry for cutting you off, I just wanted to comment. It's a very nice picture.
Ah, it's
Definitely needs to
fine.
be in the hero.
It, it needed to be said, so I don't mind that at all. Okay. A very long list of achievements over here. Client testimonials over here. Transform your ideas into irresistible content. I'm going to tell you what my feeling is off the bat. I feel good about the page. I like the flow. I like the minimalist vibe. And I also like the fact that the text on here, there's thought behind it. So I can see that you're a writer in that you're thinking about what you're saying on the text. There's a couple of things that I don't agree with, and I'll tell you what those are. The call to actions are definitely a little bit bland. They're very easy to miss, especially considering the fact that you're using orange and the coral color so much on your website. It's very easy for me to miss buttons, because they just, like, if you look at the color of social media management and the color of that, how do I know if this is a button? Or you see what I'm saying? So you need some differentiation in the button colors. Another thing is, oh man, I can't put my finger on it exactly, but I feel like something's missing. Michelle, a little bit of help?
Click on get a writer who gets it. What happens when we do that at the very top?
Probably. Yeah, my email comes up.
Oh, okay. So it's
Yeah.
making you, it takes you directly to open up your email. I would actually put a form. Is there a form here? Is that what we're missing? We're
Mm,
missing the form?
Calendly.
Oh, we've got a
He's got a
Calendly.
Calendly, but yeah, there's nothing
Okay.
going on here.
Okay, yeah. It's definitely missing something. I think your services need to be up at the top. I think your logo is kind of big. I mean, I like your logo.
Mm.
I think it's kind of big. I think that your services need to be up at the top, because as I'm looking at this, I'm seeing that all you do is that you're a writer. I don't see that you do social media management and all the other services. All of that's just buried at the bottom. So I need to see what you actually do and also why I should trust you. I don't see that here yet.
That's actually a great point. And I always say this to people. When you have a business, you know what you do. When somebody comes onto your website for the first time, they don't know what you do. And most of the times, they're not going to scroll to the bottom of the page to figure out what you do, right? So when somebody lands on this page, yeah, you do writing and digital content strategy. We get that. But what can you do for my business specifically? And that's the question they're asking themselves. So if I'm asking myself that question, it's still not answered here. It's still not really answered here. And now only you're starting to answer my question over here. So what Michelle is doing is push that up over here and also maybe get a form, so that people can see, oh, this is where I submit my details if I want to work with Nikki. And personally, Nikki, that hero image, I would actually put you very close to the top,
I
especially if
agree.
you're a writer. I would put yourself very close to the top because it's a very personality driven decision. I need to see you, know you, and like you. And that's like my requirements for a writer. I have to like the person before I'm even interested in what they're going to write for my business. So I would put myself a way lot further to the top.
Yeah, I would, even if you have an image that would fit in that automatic, I don't want to scroll, but that in the hero section, I would put an image of you in there, or a bunch of images of you.
Yeah. So Lewis here writes, they should have an offer instead of describing what they do. Nobody cares about what they do as much as they care about what they can do for them. Yep. That's kind of like exactly what we've been saying. Yeah. So yeah, definitely. Lewis, yeah, I'm on board with that part of what you're saying. Definitely. All right. So yeah, I would say it's not shabby at all. It just needs to be kind of reordered in to make it pop a little bit more. Also, one thing I wanted to touch on over here is this is too much. This is way too much. This is your whole resume over here. And they do not want to see your whole resume. What you want to do is you want to take the 3 biggest achievements that you've done, the 3 most noteworthy things that make them go, wow, I want to hire this woman. And you want to put them over here. You do not want to put your entire resume over here because you're actually giving them more ammunition for them not to take you seriously, because they're going to remember they're going to not remember the most important parts about why they should hire you, and they're just going to look like, for example, children's content and technology. What does that even mean? Like, we don't need that, right? You can explain to them what their expertise is over an email. Here, I need to know, why should I hire you? So you want to say that you've worked with maybe an award-winning PR firms. You've boosted somebody's performance by 30% through your writing. You want to do that type of thing. You want to focus their minds on why they should get in touch with you. And then you can tell them all about your resume in a personal conversation if it suits the job.
I agree. I would also add, is there a portfolio or a link to some of the work that you do on your website or landing page? Because I would like to see samples so I know how you write. I mean, we can
Yeah.
already kind of guess by reading the content of your website, but I want to see, you have the industries that you've worked in. How about putting some sample work there? I think for a writer, it's super critical.
Yeah.
And plus, I'm sure you probably get people asking all the time, do you have writing samples? So, if you're already sending a like PDF of your work, you might as well just put it somewhere on your website.
Yeah. And for some strange reason, I don't know why you took the bold off your testimonials. But once again, like I was saying to Tiamo, if I took 2 steps back, I probably wouldn't be able to read this. So this is way too
Mhm.
small. It's like pencil thin, and I don't think it's doing you any favors. You're making it harder to read your client testimonials instead of easier to read your client testimonials here.
Nikki said there is a portfolio.
Okay.
Maybe it's linked
Nikki,
somewhere.
yeah, well, we can't
Oh, there it is.
portfolio.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
Selection
so
of our
let's
work
click on
writing.
writing. Portfolio pops up here. Writing.
Oh, you got to click on
Okay. Yeah,
the
you gotta kind
logos.
of.
I think you're
Okay.
making people to do too much work in order to find your work.
Yeah, definitely. All right. So, Nikki, that was your roast. Okay, cool. So, you ready to do a fun one?
All right.
Let's do a fun one. Let's see if we can find it over here. Is it this one? No. Oh man, we still have so many that we need to get to. Oh my gosh.
Wait, how
We
many
don't
more
even
do
have
we
time
have?
for.
Yeah.
We got a ton more.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, so give me a second. Let me just copy this and put it up there. Can you see my screen?
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay, so somebody submitted this as a landing page. And let me just start off by saying, hell no. No, 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 no.
Maybe
Whatever
it's
it
a
is
joke.
that you're what whatever. No, they were dead serious. They were dead serious. In
Wow.
fact, they even gave us a whole write-up. I'll tell you what the write-up says. Who are you targeting with your, oh, he's targeting 3 patty download with his, well, no, duh. Okay, so quick roast from me. Your logo does not make sense. You've got blog here on the left-hand side. It does not make sense. Here, we're talking about ADHD. I don't know what to click, when to click on it, how to click on it. And dude, if you want them to download something so badly, why don't you just put one big block and say download 3 patty pack here? Like, that's it. It looks like you're literally stuffing the entire casino or game or whatever this is into like one page, and you expect people to click on this. I've got news for you. If you're spending money on ads and you're sending them here, you're not going to make any money. Straight up. You can spend $1 million, you're not going to make that million back. You're going to lose money, because this is just wrong. It's just not, it goes against every single thing when it comes to creating a landing page or even building a website. You've broken literally every single rule in the rules of just making a website. And I promise you this, if I go on mobile, it's also not going to make any more sense on mobile either.
Yeah, it's very overwhelming to me. I don't know what you want me to do when I get here. Yeah. I haven't seen anything like this before.
All right, so we will, we will just leave that at that. And please, next time, if you want to submit a landing page, make sure it's actually a landing page before you submit it. So yeah, definitely not. All right, so Michelle, how much more time have you got? How much more can we roast?
I can do one more page, and then after that, we can wrap things up and send everyone else their Loom private video.
Okay, cool. Let me just look at it. Trying to find a good one for us. Okay, this one was one of the first ones that I got. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna work on this one. Let me know if you can see it. My tabs are getting kind of full, so let me just close a couple of them.
I think this was one of the first
Over
people that
here.
submitted. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, this is one of the first people that submitted. Yeah, so this is gonna be really, really interesting. Okay, so initial thoughts, Michelle.
I actually think that it's pretty decent. um, I think one thing that is really standing out to me is that login and sign up. Why are those two like combined in one button?
Yeah,
Um,
you don't need that.
yeah,
Definitely not.
you probably want to
And you don't need
have
the
them separate.
Google. You don't even need the Google logo on there as well. Definitely.
Unless that's a way to log in is through your Google Gmail account, but let's click on that and
Yeah.
see what happens.
Okay, I'm just gonna open it in new tab in case it takes me anywhere weird. And it's probably gonna open here. Sign in with
Yeah,
email.
okay, I see. Yeah, I don't think it's that
Yeah.
necessary. Yeah, let's
Yeah.
go back. I think,
Okay.
yeah, I would probably change that login sign up. Probably break them up into two different call to actions there. I mean, the login could be its own separate, yeah, button. Um, but yeah, I think that that's the first thing that comes to mind here. Let's scroll down. Tired of manual call scoring, automated with AI. Increase agent performance, break sales records. Okay, I don't hate it. I think that's pretty good.
Yeah. You're cooking. You're cooking. You're cooking. Oh man! And then you lose us. Why did you? You were doing so well. You were doing so well, dude. It's like a dream start. Like, look at this. It's beautiful. And then, oh,
Yeah,
okay.
overwhelming right here.
Yeah. Okay. So I don't know how to say this, but the average human being only has like 2 eyes, and you kind of need 6 eyes to look at all of this. There's too much going on here, right? Me and Michelle combined have 4 eyes, and even this is confusing for both of us. So I don't know what is going on here. Like, and I was on a beautiful island of tranquility. I was happy. I knew where I was going, and all of a sudden, I'm like in the middle of New York City with people running past me. Like, this is way too much information. All right, I'm
Yeah.
just gonna scroll past this section because yeah, I need to catch my breath quickly. Calculate your Jot Genie ROI. Okay. 30 minutes, I guess. Okay. Right. Jot Genie. Score twice the calls in half the time. We made Jot Genie. Wow, they're South African. Thomas, hey, I know this guy from LinkedIn. Okay. And check our pricing.
But there's no price.
Yeah. It says free and QA. Check out pricing and there's no price. Okay, cool. Awards. Okay, fantastic. Frequently asked questions. Oh man. Man, I got a lot to rip apart in this one, man. Michelle, do you want to go first or can I just
No, you
go?
rip it apart and then I'll piggyback.
Okay, cool. All right. First thing here, tired of manual call sorting automated with AI, increase agent performance and break sales records. The first thing I would do here is say by what percentage. Increase agent performance by 33%, 45%. Give me a number. If I'm interested in this, I'm probably a numbers person. So I want to
Yeah.
know by how much can I increase my agent performance. You also say get started for free and request demo over here. I don't think we need to complicate things. Just start your free trial and just have a button there. You don't need two because it feels like I'm choosing the same thing whether I click on right or on left. Also, when we go over here, what I do is this part over here, this is your authority. This makes somebody go, wow, I actually want to work with these guys. So what you do is you brag about your results first. We've helped people achieve X. We've helped people reduce their call times by this much. And this is how we did it. And then go, we do blah, blah, and blah. And then somebody will look at that and go, wow, okay, they helped them get this result and they did blah, blah, blah. And now that shows me how they can get me the results. And then after that, when you say calculate your ROI over here, I kind of like the concept. I like what you're doing over here, but I'm not sure if that adds to somebody making a decision to work with you straight away. So I'm not sure because I'm not in that industry. So this part is kind of confusing to me, but that might just be a me thing. And then last but not least, when we go over here, you got the photos, like Michelle said, the pricing is missing over here. But you know what's definitely missing over here is I don't see any reviews, which
Yeah.
is very, very scary for me,
No
especially
trust
when it's
factor.
software.
Yeah.
There's no trust factor. I'm like looking at this and I'm going, okay, so you've helped who exactly do what? Because you come across like a very big company, like a very big team. And yet when I go to the bottom, there's like no evidence that you've done anything except that you've won an award. So yeah, that's my take.
I would also add, as we scroll down, I would break up that.
Oh,
No,
we've
no
got a
clients
comment here
yet.
from Judge Genie. Sorry, Michelle. We've got a comment here. We don't have clients yet. Okay, cool. Chicken and egg problem. I get it. All right. Sorry, Michelle. Sorry for interrupting.
Oh, no worries. Let's scroll down to the second section here. I like that you recommended to move the award up. I would definitely break this up. So the about, that would be its own section, and then these, AI call scoring, AI call summary, multilingual transcription, sentiment, and pacing analysis. I would break that into its own row with all four of those boxes, right next to each other, and then just, move the how it works section to take up the main space. The other thing too, we want to scroll down to the team section with the headshots. I don't know if you noticed, they're not really like smiling. So that's the one thing that I noticed as you're looking
super
here.
True. Why did I not know? I knew something was off.
So,
and also, to be honest with you, to be really, really honest with you, it looks like every single one of you has an Instagram filter on, like a makeup filter on or something. Like it doesn't look like real human skin, to be really honest.
maybe, yeah, potentially.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if like for SaaS, we really need to see the team. Do we? I think,
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, because it's the actual software that's doing the work for you. I mean, the people are behind it, but I don't know if it's really that important to see the team. But if you want to keep the pictures there, I would maybe look for potentially retaking the pictures where everyone's like giving a nice, friendly smile.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. And I'll give you a piece of advice. If you don't have any client reviews, give out your software to 10 people for free and ask them to write after using it for the past month or 2 months what their results were. That's how you get around the review issue. But you are going to hit a review issue because if I have money and I'm going to pay you money, I want to understand exactly what I'm paying for. And there's just no client reviews over here. It's the same thing as if you go to Amazon or if you go on takealot.com in South Africa and you go and you're looking and you want to see, okay, there's a desk, there's a piece of furniture, but who has the desk? Did they deliver it on time? Was it difficult to assemble? Did it come in one piece? Did it come in different pieces? All of those little things, they're usually in the reviews. And so you're showing your side of the story, but you're not showing the client side of the story. And the average person visiting your website, especially from ads, they need both sides of the story before they make up their mind to work with you. So while you're presenting a very clean picture of your company, you also need to show the other side of the story. And I, the average person visiting your website, especially from ads, they need both sides of the story before they make up their mind to work with you. So while you're presenting a very clean picture of your company, you also need to show the other side of the story. And I, the average person visiting your website, especially from ads, they need both sides of the story before they make up their mind to work with you. So while you're presenting a very clean picture of your company, they're not seeing anything that your clients are doing, and therefore it's kind of like, I'm not sure if we can trust these guys. That's the vibe that I'm getting here. That's my own personal vibe. And like I said, you knocked it out of the park in this first part, and then you kind of lost it here because you kind of like started rambling. It's like you started the wedding speech or the wedding toast so perfectly. You're like, I remember when I met John. It was a warm summer's day, and I saw him step out of the car for the first time. And then all of a sudden, you're like, and then the car was like a 1.6 liter Ford Raptor, and it's like, and everyone's like, what? Where's the cadence in the story? So continue with this cadence, and you'll be perfectly fine. Don't do this. You're rushing the design, and that's why it
Yeah.
feels so. Yeah,
Agreed.
definitely. All right. So, is that it, Michelle?
That is all for now, guys. So if we didn't get
Oh
to your
man.
landing page, I'm pretty sure we got to everyone's landing page that actually attended. But
Yeah.
I think that there's like one, two, three, maybe four other landing pages that we didn't get to, but we can certainly follow up with all these other people privately and
I
get
just
them our feedback.
I just want to follow up. Is there anyone in the chat right now whose landing page we didn't review? Anyone in the chat right now? I'm going to give you guys 15 seconds. Tell us if you are in the chat and we did not review your landing page. And by the way, Jot Genie says, thank you so much for reviewing. Oh man, it's our absolute pleasure. It's our absolute
Thanks
pleasure.
for coming.
Oh, yeah, we're just getting a tons of thank yous in the chat. I really enjoy this. All right. So in closing, I think we covered everyone here. In closing, what we want to do is, first of all, we want to thank you so much for watching. If you want to reach out to Michelle, I'm going to put her details down below. Link is in the description. We'll put the details down below. Also, if you guys want to get your landing pages roasted, I've got a community. It's called the Feedback Circle. And what you can do is go down into the description. You can sign up for it. We do roasts. I'll personally roast your website, and we do Google Ads Q&As as well. It's super cool, and we've got a special deal on right now that if you sign up at thefeedbackcircle.com, if you sign up right now, you get access to all our courses. Every single Google Ads course that I have, you get access to it. Michelle, is there anything that you want to say in closing to all of your new friends watching on the live stream?
No, I just want to say thank you guys so much for attending. You guys are troopers for making it through this hour and a half almost session. We definitely, had went a little bit over time, but I'm glad that we were able to get to most of your landing pages.
Yeah. Queensland Tiger says over here, mine is not a landing page, but a website. Yeah, so Queensland Tiger, I'm not sure if we have time. Michelle, do we still have time for one more, or are we done?
If you want to do a quick 1-minute review, we can, since
Okay,
Queensland
cool.
made it over here.
Queensland Tiger, if you can put it in the chat in 60 seconds, then we can review it. Or you can email me and then we'll review it. But you probably will not make it in time, to tell you the truth. But yeah, if you submit it at the link, you'll see there's a link in the description. We'll definitely do it in private. And hey, I know you're a community member, so all is not lost. Michelle is actually going to be in the community next week, Tuesday. By the way, another reason to sign up. And we'll just review it over there. So you're not going to miss out on anything. You'll still have us both, and you'll have both of our opinions, and you'll actually be able to talk us through it. So I think let's rather leave it for next week, Tuesday, instead. Guys, it's been an absolute pleasure. Links are in the description below. We will see you on the next roast. Please like, please subscribe. And by the way, go over to Michelle's channel. Michelle, what is your channel?
Level 28 Media.
Okay, type in, if you have YouTube open right now, duplicate the window, type in Level 28 Media, and subscribe to Michelle's channel because she is always dropping really good Google Ads tutorials over there.
Yeah, I just dropped it
There
in
it
the chat.
is. It's in the chat. There we go. All right, guys, thank you so much for coming. We will see you next time. We love you all very much, and thank you so much for attending. See you on the next one.
Thank you, guys.
Bye.
Bye.